May 22nd, 2025, 6 a.m. local time. Coordinated across 10 countries. FBI agents in Los Angeles kick down a door. At the exact same moment, Interpol in Germany arrests a dark web administrator. Police in South Korea seize cryptocurrency wallets. And in the Netherlands, authorities shut down an entire server farm. This is Operation RapTor, the largest international dark web operation in history. The results: 270 arrests across 4 continents, $200 million in cash and cryptocurrency seized, 2 metric tons of drugs off the streets, 144 kilograms of fentanyl, enough to kill 72 million people, 180 plus firearms confiscated. And here's what makes this operation absolutely incredible. The FBI didn't just arrest drug dealers. They dismantled the entire dark web infrastructure that made this possible. Servers, cryptocurrency wallets, encrypted communications, supply chains, all of it gone. This is Warfront Alert, and for the next 18 minutes, I'm taking you inside the operation that changed dark web crime forever. Let's begin. Before we get into the operation, you need to understand what the FBI was up against. The dark web isn't just criminals using the internet. It's an entirely separate internet infrastructure designed to be completely anonymous. How it works. Normal internet, you type Amazon.com, your ISP sees it, Amazon sees your IP address, everyone knows who you are. Dark web, you use Tor browser. Your connection bounces through multiple encrypted nodes worldwide. Nobody knows who you are or what you're doing. What's on the dark web? Not everything on the dark web is illegal. Journalists use it. Activists in oppressive countries use it. But there's also drug marketplaces like Amazon, but for drugs, weapons dealers, stolen credit cards, hacking services, counterfeit documents, and murder-for-hire services. The marketplaces. These weren't sketchy websites. They looked professional. Customer reviews like Yelp, vendor ratings like eBay, escrow services, money held until delivery, customer support, money-back guarantees. One marketplace had over 1,000 vendors and tens of thousands of customers worldwide. The money. Everything was paid in cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, Monero, even more anonymous, and other privacy coins. This made tracing transactions nearly impossible. The scale. According to the Department of Justice, dark web drug sales generate an estimated $315 million per year. And fentanyl, the drug that's killing 100,000 Americans annually, most of it starts on the dark web. Chinese chemical suppliers sell fentanyl precursors on the dark web. Mexican cartels buy them. Dark web dealers distribute them, and Americans die. The challenge. For years, law enforcement struggled to stop this. How do you arrest someone when you don't know who they are, where they are, what country they're in, or how they're getting paid? The dark web was designed to be impossible to police, but the FBI found a way. And in May 2025, they proved it.
Operation RapTor wasn't just big, it was unprecedented. The name, RapTor. Recoil against predatory traffickers' online ring. The agencies involved. This wasn't just the FBI, this was a global coalition. United States, FBI, lead agency. DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration. HSI, Homeland Security Investigations. U.S. Postal Inspection Service. International partners, Europol, European Union Law Enforcement. Interpol, German Federal Criminal Police, Dutch National Police, UK National Crime Agency, South Korean National Police, Brazilian Federal Police, Spanish National Police, Swiss Federal Police, Austrian Federal Police, and French National Police. 10 countries, dozens of agencies, one operation. Team seen of all different agencies. The J-Code team. Leading the U.S. effort was J-Code, Joint Criminal Opioid and Darknet Enforcement Team, created specifically to hunt dark web drug traffickers, and they're good at it. The planning. According to FBI Director Kash Patel, this operation took 18 months of planning. FBI cyber specialists infiltrated dark web marketplaces, posed as vendors and buyers, tracked cryptocurrency transactions, identified server locations, mapped vendor networks, built cases on 270 targets, all without the targets knowing. The execution. May 22, 2025, 6 a.m. Simultaneously across 10 countries, law enforcement moved. In Los Angeles, FBI SWAT breaches apartment, arrests dark web vendor selling fentanyl-laced pills, seizes $780,000 in cash and cryptocurrency. In Germany, federal police arrest site administrator who facilitated over $50 million in transactions. In the Netherlands, authorities seize server farm hosting 3 major dark web marketplaces. Thousands of vendor accounts shut down instantly. In South Korea, police arrest cryptocurrency launderer who processed payments for vendors, freeze $12 million in digital assets. In Brazil, federal police arrest vendor responsible for shipping fentanyl to North America, seize pill press and 23 kilograms of precursor chemicals. All of this happening at the same time. Results by the numbers. 270 arrests. 153 in the United States, 55 in Europe, 34 in South Korea, 28 in South America. $200 million plus seized. $87 million in cryptocurrency, $113 million in cash, plus luxury vehicles, real estate, and gold. Drugs confiscated. 2+ metric tons total. 144 kilograms of fentanyl, 72 million lethal doses, 830 kilograms of cocaine, 115 kilograms of methamphetamine, 287 kilograms of heroin, plus thousands of counterfeit pills. 180 plus firearms, including machine guns, ghost guns, untraceable, fully automatic weapons. 3 major marketplaces shut down completely. What makes this historic? Attorney General Pam Bondi called it, quote, the largest dark web enforcement action in Department of Justice history. FBI Director Kash Patel said, this wasn't just arrests, this was a complete dismantling of the infrastructure that made dark web crime possible. This is American law enforcement at its finest. Multi-year investigation, international coordination, flawless execution, and 72 million potential fentanyl deaths prevented. Now let me show you who was arrested, because these weren't small-time dealers. These were criminal enterprises generating millions of dollars. Case Study 1, the Fentanyl Ring. Adon Ruiz, Orange County, California, and Omar Navaya, Los Angeles, California. These two operated what federal judge called the most sophisticated fentanyl distribution ring this court has seen. Their operation sold fentanyl-laced pills to over 1,000 customers nationwide, used professional dark web marketplace with vendor ratings, shipped via USPS, looked like normal packages, accepted only cryptocurrency, generated over $3 million in sales. The victims? According to prosecutors, Ruiz and Navaya directly caused 5 deaths. 19-year-old in California, 51-year-old in Florida, 27-year-old in Colorado, 34-year-old in Arkansas,
23-year-old in California. Quote from sentencing memorandum. The 5 victims range in age from 19 to 51. Each leaves behind a family forever changed. Case study 2, the dark web administrators. Several arrested individuals weren't dealers. They ran the marketplaces. These administrators maintained servers, processed transactions, took commissions, typically 5 to 10% of all sales, provided customer support, protected vendor anonymity. One administrator in Germany facilitated over $50 million in dark web transactions and personally earned $4.8 million in commissions. Case study 3, the Atlanta mega bust. Terrence Harrelson, Atlanta, Georgia. FBI and DEA raided 3 locations connected to Harrelson. What they found? 56 kilograms of fentanyl, enough to kill 28 million people. 84 kilograms of methamphetamine, cocaine and heroin, hundreds of thousands of pressed pills, 1,375 pounds of pill-binding agent, 564 punch dies to mark pills with fake pharmaceutical logos, 33 firearms, 19 in a machine shop, 14 in a residence, 4 drum-style magazines, and 2 ballistic vests. DEA called it the largest fentanyl seizure in Georgia history. The 96 kilograms of fentanyl seized could have killed 48 million Americans. That's more population than California and Texas combined. Harrelson's sentence, awaiting trial, facing life in federal prison. Case study 4, the cryptocurrency laundering network. Several arrests involved people who didn't sell drugs but processed payments. These money launderers converted cryptocurrency to cash, provided mixing services which made transactions untraceable, facilitated international transfers, and took 10 to 15% commission. One network in South Korea processed $89 million in dark web transactions. The common thread: every single person arrested believed they were anonymous. They thought Tor made them untraceable. They thought cryptocurrency made them invisible. They thought the FBI couldn't touch them. They were wrong. And now they're facing decades in federal prison.
Okay, here's the question everyone's asking. How did the FBI crack the anonymous dark web? Because for years, criminals thought they were untouchable. Tor was supposed to make them invisible. Cryptocurrency was supposed to make transactions untraceable. So what changed? Let me show you the techniques that made Operation RapTor possible. Technique number 1, blockchain analysis. Here's what criminals didn't understand. Bitcoin is not anonymous. It's pseudonymous. Every Bitcoin transaction is recorded on a public ledger forever. You don't know who wallet XYZ belongs to until you do. FBI uses software that tracks cryptocurrency flows, identifies exchange accounts where crypto converts to cash, matches transaction patterns, links wallets to real identities. Companies like Chainalysis and Elliptic provide this software to law enforcement. Example from Operation RapTor. FBI identified a vendor's Bitcoin wallet, traced it to a Coinbase account. Coinbase, legally required, provided identity, real name, address, bank account. Boom. Anonymous drug dealer is identified. Technique number 2, server infiltration. Dark web marketplaces run on servers. Those servers are physical machines somewhere. FBI cyber teams exploit vulnerabilities in marketplace code, gain administrator access, identify server locations, and coordinate with local authorities to seize servers. When authorities seized servers in the Netherlands, they got every vendor account, every customer account, every transaction, every message, shipping addresses, payment information. Technique number 3, undercover operations. FBI agents created accounts on dark web marketplaces. They posed as buyers, purchased small amounts to identify vendors, posed as vendors to identify customers and other vendors, gain vendor trust,
were invited to private forums, learned supply chain details. Technique number 4, postal inspection. The U.S. Postal Inspection Service monitors packages with suspicious characteristics, uses drug-sniffing dogs, tracks package origins, identifies repeated shipping patterns. When they intercept a package, conduct controlled delivery, arrest the recipient, flip them into cooperating witnesses, move up the chain. Technique number 5, international cooperation. This is what made Operation RapTor work. FBI shared intelligence with Europol, which coordinates European law enforcement, Interpol, which is global police cooperation, and individual country agencies. When FBI identified a vendor in Germany, they sent intelligence to German federal police, provided evidence, coordinated simultaneous arrest. No jurisdiction problems, no extradition delays, just coordination. The FBI advantage. Here's why American law enforcement is so effective at this. 1. Resources. FBI Cyber Division has 1,000 plus agents dedicated to cybercrime. 2. Technology. Access to the best forensic tools in the world. 3. Legal authority. Court orders to compel cryptocurrency exchanges, ISPs, and tech companies to cooperate. 4. International reach. FBI has offices in 60 countries. And 5. Expertise. FBI recruits from NSA, CIA, and top tech companies. Dark web criminals thought they were playing chess. FBI was playing 4D chess with AI assistance. And in May 2025, the FBI proved there is no such thing as truly anonymous crime.
Now let's talk about what this operation actually accomplished. Because it's not just about arrests, it's about lives saved. The fentanyl math. 144 kilograms of fentanyl seized. According to DEA, 2 milligrams of fentanyl is a lethal dose. 144 kilograms equals 144 million milligrams. 144 million milligrams divided by 2 milligrams equals 72 million lethal doses. That's enough fentanyl to kill every person in California, Texas, and Florida combined. And Operation RapTor took it off the street. The marketplace shut down. 3 major dark web marketplaces were completely shut down. These marketplaces had 1,000 plus active vendors, tens of thousands of customers, millions in monthly transactions, all gone overnight. Vendors lost their customer base. Customers lost access to supply. The ripple effect. After Operation RapTor, dark web drug listings dropped 37%, according to dark web monitoring firms. Fentanyl availability decreased significantly. Prices increased. Supply shortage. Vendors abandoned marketplaces. Fear of being next. The message. FBI Director Kash Patel put it perfectly. Anyone looking to anonymously harm our citizens through illicit darknet trafficking, your days of recklessness are numbered. This operation sent a message. The dark web is not anonymous. Cryptocurrency is not untraceable. The FBI will find you. And when they do, you're facing decades in prison. The human side. Think about the families who didn't lose a son or daughter because that fentanyl never reached the streets. Think about the teenagers who didn't accidentally overdose on a pill they thought was Xanax, but was actually fentanyl. Think about the communities that didn't have to bury another young person. 72 million potential deaths prevented. That's not just a statistic. That's 72 million families who didn't get that phone call. Operation RapTor didn't just arrest criminals. It saved an incalculable number of lives.